My name is Julie Whitehouse, and I represent Stockton.
Well, my name is Nate. I represent Stockton.
There's got to be a song for what's going on in Stockton, California, right?
I'm Scott Ravidius. I represent Stockton.
Unfortunately, it is the equivalent of cutting off your arm to save the rest of the body.
Well, my name is Tony Sager. I represent Stockton.
Stockton is doing the largest city in the United States to go bankrupt.
I am Patricia DeSoto.
More than bankruptcy protection, we need people protection. The crime situation here is continuously escalated.
You know, was Forbes ranked Stockton as America's most miserable city in 2010?
My name is Katrina Scott.
This is an enormous drug conduit for the state of California.
I'm Diane Vigil.
It goes way beyond I've got the Stockton blues, right?
Yes, it does. It's like way beyond I got the Stockton blues. Like, how can I walk downtown without getting my head popped off?
My name is Chris Kotzerglou, and I represent Stockton.
So tell me one nice thing I can do in Stockton. Or three.
Like many other Metro California cities, Stockton has its list of challenges. However, few have been given the negative media recognition highlighting these faults and negativities like the city of Stockton. We have been voted most miserable city, most dangerous, our crime rate is high, and we are fast approaching the homicide rate of last year, just 4 months before the end of the calendar year.
I relocated to Stockton from Bakersfield 50 years ago.
I'm an international transplant.
My wife and I have lived both born and raised here.
I'm a lifelong resident of Stockton.
I actually ran from Stockton. A year ago, I packed up my car and drove 3,000 miles to come to Stockton, California. A lot of people thought I was a little crazy leaving in paradise, living in an island, living in the ocean in Florida. But the challenges and the opportunities at the University of Pacific were too great to ignore.
I am an educator. I graduated from the University of Pacific, and my husband and I have chose to live and raise our kids in Stockton.
I graduated from Pacific. I work in downtown, and part of what I do is telling people that downtown is a great place to
I
go.
looked at Stockton as a leg up.
I have many fond memories of the Stockton I grew up in.
I was fortunate enough to be hired as a police officer. I was married here in Stockton, with a beautiful wife and 2 kids. 10 years ago, I retreated from Stockton. I moved 40 minutes away. And then about 3 years ago, I realized that I still live here. I shopped here, I went to church here, I worked here.
I'm originally from Arkansas and moved to Stockton when I was 6 years old. Once I graduated college, went across seas, I always had a passion to come back and relive in Stockton.
I Represent Stockton is a vehicle to educate people on where they live. Using a coordinated media campaign, I Represent Stockton utilizes several channels to achieve its goals. Social media, websites, and educational focus groups are all examples of some of the ways that I Represent Stockton will get its message out. Utilizing an established logo, the campaign will have a strong brand that will keep the message of the project uniform. Using the logo on everything from websites to buttons increases the consistency of the project and raises awareness each time it is seen.
I'm responsible for educating the community on health and wellness.
My goal is to see Stockton reinvented, see people take responsibility for the town that they live in, and see people reclaim Stockton as their own.
I feel responsible to create an environment for my family.
My wife and I reimagined a new future for our family.
I look to the future to see what Stockton has in store for them, because I know its restoration will be immaculate.
There's something that was in me that wouldn't allow myself to remove myself out of Stockton.
What I've found is the reality is not what the reputation is.
I would like to help reawaken Stockton and make it the jewel of the valley.
We want people to take pride in where they live, where they exist. The shape of the logo is also intentional. A triangle represents the Greek letter for delta, and a delta symbolizes change. We seek a change in the delta. We seek ownership in this change. This logo represents the change agent that Leadership Stockton aspires to be. We can choose to represent Stockton, to restore Stockton, to rebuild Stockton, to revitalize Stockton, to reimagine Stockton. I represent Stockton. You represent Stockton. We represent Stockton. We are Stockton. We are Leadership Stockton.